Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn about bacteria. Now let us learn about bacteria. Bacteria are usually prokaryotes lacking nucleus and other membrane-bound cell organelles. They are single-celled organisms. It means they are unicellular. A special instrument or a microscope is required to view the microorganism, that is the bacteria. Due to their extreme simplicity in their structure, the small size, rapid cell division, highly resistant nature, and diversified mode of nutrition, bacteria are of universal occurrence and importance. They are both harmful and harmless bacteria. Study of bacteria is called as bacteriology. Bacteria are found nearly everywhere on the earth. They are present in air we breathe, food we eat, and they occur abundantly in fresh water and even in salty water. They also occur in soil water and even in ice. Their most favorable habitat is soil. There are millions and trillions of microorganisms present everywhere on the earth. Bacteria can be broken down into two main groups, that is, eubacteria and archaebacteria. Now let us see the morphology of bacteria. Morphology includes size, shape, and arrangement of microbial cells. These features vary with the species of microorganisms. As we are learning about bacteria, now let us see the size, shape, and arrangement of these microbial cells in bacteria. The size of bacteria. They vary in size from cells as small as 0.1 to 0.2 micrometer in diameter to those more than 50 micrometer in diameter. Small size of bacteria affects a number of their biological processes, like the rate at which nutrients are taken in and the waste are excreted or passed out of the cell is in general inversely proportional to the cell size. Small cells have more surface area than the larger cells. As the cell increases, its surface area to volume ratio decreases. As a small cell has a higher surface to area ratio than a larger cell and therefore can enjoy more efficient exchange of nutrients, and they show more rapid growth rates and formation of larger cell population. Now let us see the shapes of bacteria. Bacteria are arranged in different arrangements based on their size and shapes. Generally, based on the shape, they can be spherical, called coccus, or rod shape, called bacillus. There are some other examples where it can be round shape, called cocobacillus, which are very short and plum shape. Then there are vibrobe, which is a kind of curve in terms of bacillus. Cocobacillus is a little bit roundish, while a spherical coccus is totally or fully round shaped bacteria. These are the two most common shapes found. Now, the next one is spiral shape or helical shape or comma shape, which is called spirillum. They are like spring shape. Example, spirochetes. The last one is the pleomorphic bacteria that occur in different shapes. As we all know that the shape of the bacteria is determined by its rigid cell wall. So, pleomorphic bacteria does not have any cell wall. So, pleomorphic in shape. Best example is Mycoplasma. Arrangement in bacteria. As discussed earlier, the bacterial cells can also be found in groups, and these grouping of cells become one of their characteristics. Bacterial shapes and arrangements provide bacteria with different names. Okay, so we can call them coccus or bacillus, or how many of them are put together like diplo, tetra, strepto, and so on. Coccus is a word used for single bacteria and it is single cell. If two are put together, they are called diplo. It depends upon the cell adherence together after cell division. Arrangement of cells are more common in cocci than bacillus. Now let us see cocci arrangement. Monococci, single cell cocci. Diplococci, cells divide in one plane and permanently are attached in pairs. Streptococci, cells divide in one plane and remain attached to form linear chain of cells. Tetrads, cell divide in two planes and forms group of 4 cells. Staphylococcus, divide in multiple planes and forms grape-like clusters. Cells divide in 3 planes in regular pattern and remain attached in group of 8 cells. That is Sarskina. Now let us see the arrangement in bacillus. Bacillus is a singular word. The plural of it is bacilli. Monobacilli, the name itself says that it is single elongated cell freely present in nature. Then diplo means after cell division, it remains adhered and appear in paired form. Strepto means straight. So here streptobacillus after division cells remain attached in a chain. Then the coccobacilli. It is an oval cell looking like a cocci. Here cocci means round shape and bacilli means rod shape. So it is a mixed shape like the structure which is not exactly the rod shape, means which is in between the round and the rod shape. That's why the name as coccobacilli. Vibrio. Vibrio are also rod shape but bent structures forming curved rods. Cells having less than one complete twist forms the vibroid shape or the comma shape. Example, Vibrio cholerae. Then helical shape. Cells have more than one twist form, distinct helical shape. Then there are other forms like curved form forming spirochetes or spirillum, also called screw type structures, called spirilla like spring. These are all curved and spring like structures out there. The other last form of arrangement is the palisade. Palisade are another type of bacilli bacteria when the bacteria bend at the area of the division, leading to the formation of palisade-like structures. Cells are arranged laterally to form matchstick-like structures and at the angle to one another. Pleomorphism is a variation in cell shape and size within a single species, often occurs in environment. When we see a bacteria under a microscope, it is easy to say whether it is round or rod or spring structure. But sometimes they modify their structures due to osmotic stress. They alter their structures. Some occur as square or cubical packets. The rod-shaped bacilli usually occur singly, but some strain form long chains such as rods of Corynebacteria and are frequently attached to one another at random angles.